Physician Dr. Jacob Sinkoff. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me again. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
good to see you as always. How's everyone doing in your family?
Oh, sick.
I was wondering.
The viruses are going through.
I've noticed like this week, all of a sudden people are sick.
Max is sick upstairs.
I know. You know what I said?
Go home.
Get away from me is what I said. Flu and like.
Yep. Yes. The flu hasn't started. Probably maybe a couple cases in the United, are starting to go through, but really hasn't reached us yet.
Okay.
It's starting to go through Canada, Great Britain, really bad, UK, really bad.
Jeez.
So there's a potential that we have a bad strain, this year.
What is moving the flu? Is it the weather?
Yeah, so when it cools down, people just concentrate more inside. Mm-hmm. So what happens is, every year with the flu vaccine, they kind of predict or try to predict what strains, but the problem with the flu is that it mutates so often. Mm-hmm. So by the time the strains are predicted for the vaccine, by the time it gets to the United States, a lot of times it's kind of changed or mutated. And it's all a prediction. And even if it changes and mutates, getting the flu vaccine is still very important because even if it doesn't replicate the exact virus, it helps prevent more severe cases.
When do you recommend we should get our flu shots?
Probably now if you haven't already.
Okay. Mine.
Did you?
Yeah, mm-hmm. I got mine a couple weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I've always wondered as a doctor, do you administer the flu shot yourself?
I do not.
Okay.
No. I probably could, but I would not like doing it.
Yeah.
I don't even look. Yeah, I was like, I just let someone else do it, and can't even feel it at all. But it does take a couple weeks for your body to build that immunity after you get the flu shot. So I always don't get it too early, but obviously don't get it too late. So I think early November is when I tell myself I'm going to get it, and usually when I get it.
Do barbers cut their own hair?
I don't think they do.
No?
No, I've asked about that before. I do not think they do.
Well, it would be.
It's a hell of a question.
It's like I don't have access to the vaccine, but even if I did, I probably wouldn't be able to give it to I'd make my wife, that's why I married a nurse, my wife would give it to me.
Don't you have to
Yeah, it does help, they usually pinch the skin up a little bit.
Do this.
Yeah.
You could have one of your kids just hold skin for you.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, they would like doing that.
So what are you seeing right now in the ER?
All the kind of other viruses are for sure going around, just like in my household, where you're getting a lot of just kind of the seasonal viruses, adenovirus, enterovirus, those type of things that are causing. It can cause fevers, but also a lot of runny nose, congestion. Sure. We're seeing that go around quite a bit right now, with the temperatures cooling off, people being inside more. So seeing a lot of that, especially at the urgent cares. So, always important for preventive. Wash your hands.
Yes.
Cover your coughs. Things like that. If you're really sick, don't go to work.
Right.
Spread it
Hydrate.
other places. Stay inside. Hydration. Yep.
Do you ever see any cases where kids engaging in tomfoolery and living room floor wrestling end up in the ER?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Of course.
We haven't had it in our own household yet. My daughters, they like to wrestle, but no. But it's not my own household, but all the time.
There's always something.
Usually it's hitting, if someone that, partakes in the wrestling, making sure you have a good wrestling space. Because generally what happens, a lot of times it isn't a direct wrestling move, but the kitchen or the coffee table next to the wrestling is what inflicts the injury generally.
Someone needs to develop a soft cornered coffee table.
I know, because we tried taping our corners, because we're all of course, me and my wife are paranoid, seeing all the injuries and stuff, and try to get tape to pad it, but of course, the kids see that and they just rip it off. It's something fun to do. But almost, I think last shift we saw a little kid cut its face, was wrestling with a brother and got pushed down and hit something. So, but important to play when you're a kid, so.
Thanksgiving, for some reason, that's a big day for ERs. What kinds of things do you see on a holiday like Thanksgiving?
So generally, it gets busy at night for Thanksgiving. No one wants to come in during the day. They're enjoying their family and things like that. So I don't think any huge things with Thanksgiving. Just that can kind of be the kickoff of flu season when we start getting these family gatherings. Right. So if you're ill, staying away. all that sort of stuff.
We were at we had a big Thanksgiving once, and can you end up in the ER for overeating?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because I've seen that in person, and I know you have as well, and it was quite alarming.
Yeah.
Quite alarming.
Yeah, we'll see. I've seen it a couple times. People get what's called a food bolus, where unfortunately food can get stuck in your esophagus. And it's very, I think everyone's kind of felt it a little bit, where you get something that kind of gets caught a little bit, and usually it passes after a couple seconds. But some people it actually gets caught. I've seen it a lot of times during Super Bowl parties. It seems to be more food related to Super Bowl.
We were at Thanksgiving. That happened to a guy, and we all stood up and got away, as far away from him as possible.
It was like he was going to explode.
Yeah, and it started coming out. Everything started coming out.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
even the wishbone came out of there.
Yeah. Just being cognizant of how much you're eating. The food's not going to go anywhere. There's leftovers and stuff. So you can try if you
save some for tomorrow.
And there's dessert. And I saw the pie list. There's pies that you got to try. So I'm just going slow. Maybe take a couple bites every time there's a commercial in the Lions game or something like that.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, and thanks for
happy
coming in. Stay healthy this holiday season. Dr. Jacob Sinkoff, more of the morning show after this.